When a woman got home from work, she unexpectedly found that her poor boyfriend was actually a top tycoon, and beside him was the scheming girl who had grown up with him. Only then did the woman realize that her boyfriend had not spent a penny on her for the past 7 years, just to test her character. But in order to provide her boyfriend with a good life, she rented the most expensive house in the city center. However, on this day, her mother suddenly fell ill and needed 100,000 yuan for the operation. She asked everywhere for money and was only short of the last 2,000. She could only lower her head and ask her boyfriend for help. But he sneered, "To cheat you out of money, you even made up your own mother's illness?" It was because of these 2,000 yuan that her mother missed the treatment and passed away. She returned home in a daze. The death certificate accidentally dropped. When she bent down to pick it up, she was surprised to see the sky-high property ownership certificate lying on the ground. It turns out that a boyfriend who always claims to have no money can casually give others a luxurious house. Her heart was torn apart. She put the certificate back in its original place and was just about to collapse on the sofa when the voice recorder hidden behind her suddenly rang. Her boyfriend was joking with his friend, kneeling down for 2,000 yuan. "She's just a gold digger. We've only been together for 7 years, and she's already in a hurry to cheat me out of my money?" It was only at this moment that she realized that all 7 years had been a fraud and that all the suffering she had endured was instigated by a scheming woman. Before she could recover, her boyfriend came back drunk and said sarcastically, after disappearing for a few days, "You finally let go of coming back?" Seeing her silent, he even questioned, "You stayed by my side indeed for money." The woman was determined to leave, but the scheming woman entered the password and broke in. She angrily asked her boyfriend why he had given the password to an outsider. The scheming woman held her boyfriend's arm and pretended to be innocent. "I'm his good friend. If it weren't for him sharing the apartment, you wouldn't even be able to pay the rent." The boyfriend chimed in and took out the payment code, "Pay back the rent for these years, including the principal and interest." The woman was completely at her limit and said, "I won't give you a penny of money. If you want to sue me, do as you please." Then she broke up and left. The next day, she went to the company to resign, but the manager was sarcastic. "This company is his. You have to get his approval to leave. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the bonus." Only after being questioned did she realize that her salary had been split into 2 cards. Her boyfriend had embezzled her salary increase and bonus, only giving her the basic salary. If she had received this sum of money back then, her mother would never have passed away. She was just about to leave when she ran head-on into 2 people. The man was even self-indulgent, throwing a tantrum to get my attention. The woman no longer feigned ignorance and directly exposed his status as the CEO. The scheming woman suddenly shouted, "If you quit your job for 2,000 yuan, you're a vampire." Colleagues all gathered around to point fingers. The boyfriend even pretended to be insincere. "If you want money, just say it. Why quit?" What's even worse is that he even forced the woman to apologize. The woman shook off his hand and decided to teach them a lesson.